Hey, what's happening? It's ya, boy. Goldie, smell good. If you're new, all we do is shut it down all day, every day. If that interests you, consider subscribing. Show your boy some love. All my returning subscribers, appreciate y'all. All my new subscribers and viewership, appreciate y'all rocking with me. I have a very special video today, guys. I'm going to be going over Middle Eastern fragrances, Arabian fragrances, whatever you want to call them, that had to macerate and what I like to call maturate. Now, this is just my working definition. Macerate is when you get a fragrance and it's not complete. It's like the parts are missing. Those are going to be the first fragrances I'm going to discuss, and months later, they got better. And I'm also going to discuss fragrance that maturated with the T, which to me, all fragrances do this over time. It's like fine wine. It just gets stronger and richer, okay? First, I'm going to go with the macerated ones, okay? Now, this one right here was a combo of maceration and maturation, but more maturation because it came ready, but this fragrance got twice as strong. Contra for you. I found this at my local Marshalls, guys. The receipt don't lie, and it never did. And this is the inspiration of Armani, Stronger With You, which is a sweet fragrance. This bad boy is very sweet, but it's not sickly sweet. It's a masculine sweet. It's a player-made sweet. It's the best way to describe it. It's not a cute sweet, but I love this fragrance. Now, over time, what happened with this one, it actually doubled the strength, man. So, I mean, it's more maturated than anything. It came complete. I could wear it when I first got it out the rack store, but this bad boy has gotten so much stronger. It's almost turned into a whole nother fragrance. So that is the good thing about the whole maturation thing. If you can wait and you have a large enough collection to do it, now pro tip, I wouldn't do this if you have a small collection, because if you have 2, 3 bottles, one bottle, this can be your own bottle. And say if it's not macerated, you don't have time to wait around for it to macerate. So I wouldn't, if you're starting your collection out, I wouldn't go with these particular Middle Easterns that I'm going to discuss. Now here's the news. Armani. I don't know, Armani, they're macerated, all of them. Every last one of my Armanis came ready to go. I didn't have to wait for them to macerate. And also in the comments, leave how you feel about the whole maturation process, fragrances in your collection that did or did not. Of course, no guarantees, batch variation. You may get one, I may get one you mentioned, and it's ready, or I may have to wait, but this is just my personal experience with these, okay? Next, Contra Men Only, tons. And this is the inspiration of Gentleman, Givenchy Gentleman, okay, which is like an iris woody fragrance to my nose. This bad boy, I thought the performance was average. I was like, this performance is kind of average. And I never forget somebody commented, man, mine's a beast. And I get where he's coming from. This bad boy didn't turn into beast mode. So that's one thing about it. I mean, you may not want to wait, but if you can wait, these bad boys can almost triple the performance than when you first get them. $15 for this fragrance with this kind of performance and scent profile. Iris, woody, handsome. This is Mr. Handsome in a bottle. I'm telling you right here. I haven't seen these lately, this particular Contra Men Only Intense, so if that sounds good to you, I would recommend buying it. Not that they don't circle back through the rack stores, but sometimes it can take seasons for them to circle back. So at $15, I think it's worth it, okay? Next, LFA Nashid. Now this one is the one that had to maturate with the T. It came, ready to go. The fragrance was there. This bad boy has increased to strength, man. It's gotten stronger. A beast mode, green vanilla fragrance. Starts off green with the vanilla dry down. More of a casual fragrance, how with the stylish, you could wear a t-shirt like this. You don't have to do the jacket. I do jackets, but you could just do a t-shirt by itself and some jeans and just chilling. I style the fragrance, guys. That's my specialty, but this is an awesome fragrance, man. Green and vanilla. But you could just, when you get a fragrance and you can smell it right here off the cap, it's pretty strong, okay? And that's the inspiration of Nishane Ani. which is very popular in the community. Here's another one from the rack store, Serve Secret Code, and this is by Macerate. Now this is an inspiration of Armani Code Profumo, which is now discontinued, fetching some steep prices. This one right here is just a sweet, sexy fragrance, guys. Sweet, spicy, subtle leather way in the background. It has a like a root beer accord when you spray it in the air. When I first got it though, I couldn't smell that root beer. Last time I sprayed it, I could, so this one macerated and maturated at the same time because that root beer accord, and I did get my chance to get my nose on the Armani before it got Profumo right in Ulta. This is actually before I even started the channel. I do believe this is a while back before it got discontinued, and it has that like a root beer soda accord in the air. I love a soda accord. That just smells good to me. I enjoy that myself, but if you see this one, I recommend it. They can go as low as like $12.99, you know, but this one had to macerate and maturate, but it did come ready to go, but it wasn't fully complete because I wasn't getting that soda accord that I'm getting now. Now these right here are the ones that had to macerate. They didn't come ready at all. Some took weeks, some took months. One took a year. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me slide. I'm gonna save him for last. Two took about a year. I'm gonna save them for last. All right. Now we got my player partner, Al Watner, Al with C. And this is an inspiration of John Paul Gaultier Ultra Mirror, which is like a pear, spicy, sweet fragrance. It's really good, man. This is a sharp, nice blue fragrance, man. Not sharp as in the fragrance is sharp, but this sharp, put together blue fragrance, man. I enjoy it. This one, when I got it, I ain't know what was it. I spread it in the air. I mean, I really couldn't even, it was a mess, man. I couldn't smell anything. It was just like, it was just water in a bottle with some stuff in there, man. I don't know. I can't really even explain what it was, but it was not there. However, within a couple of weeks, it was ready to go. So it didn't take a long time to macerate. So just a little something when you get this. And the reviews I watched, they was like, man, this thing is beast mode. I was like, wow, man, then it must need to macerate because it is not there. But now it's complete, of course, and it's finished, okay? So next, Together with You, ooh, from the good old rack stores, baby. Now this is the inspiration of Amani, Stronger With You, ooh, okay? So it's got the spicy, sweet elements, nutty elements that the Amani, Stronger With You vibe has up top, with a oud and leather in the base. This one was not all the way ready. I did an unboxing on it. It wasn't quite there. A quick tell-all with the maceration, if it's, especially with the Middle Eastern, because all of them are beast mode. All of them. Really hasn't been one I came across that wasn't beast mode. If it's not strong, 9.5 times out of 10, it hasn't finished macerated. So, but this one is ready now. It's stronger now, and I'm looking forward to wearing it this month, maybe later on in the month when it cools down just a little bit because it's still kind of hot. We still got some highs in the 90s, but we got some lows at the good old 69. So I'm gonna go for it, for the lows, you know. All right. Next, from the same line, man, another Together With You, always, and all these are at the rack stores, guys. $14.99. I love this fragrance right here. Now this is a spicy, sweet fragrance that you can wear in the heat. This bad boy worked in the heat, but you know, it'd be more ideal for the fall and winter. But this is an inspiration of Stronger With You, absolutely. So they pretty much went for that whole line. They went for them. Oh, player, man, player, smooth, sexy, a little Mr. Put Your Date Up. This guy dresses very nice, man. But this one, it wasn't there again. It was just very weak, you know. And a couple of months later, not that it even took a couple of months, but you know, I wasn't like checking it every week to see where it's at. But in a couple of months, maybe even 3 months, when I went back, it was ready to go. Okay, so I had to wait a season for that one, but that's fine. All right. Next, Latafa Ishq Shuk. Now, this is the inspiration of Resendo. Matto, number 5, baby. So you're gonna get some leather sexy. This fragrance is wildly romantic. This is Romance in a Stone. Get your romance on, man, for real. This is date night with Bay, you feel me? Holding hands with the fall, cool breeze coming off of you, man. When I first got it though, it was all leather and suede. I wasn't getting the sweet like you got some caramel, some musk in here, I believe some vanillas in here. So this fragrance leans on the sweet and the leathery. So it's sweet with some texture. And I think that's why a lot of chicks dig this fragrance, man. Well, this one and the Resendo, is really popular, especially on the women's side. They dig that because the sweetness, it plays on the women love sweet, their palate. I'm talking about, in the leather and the suede has the masculine aspects to it as well. But this bad boy, again, it didn't have the sweetness when I first got it. It was just kind of more all leathery and suede. And it took about a couple of weeks. This is another one that only took about a couple of weeks. And how you get there, guys, when you first get it, just pump out like 7 to 8 sprays. These are 100 mils, those 7 to 8 sprays, I promise. You won't miss it. It's poison anyway. Get those first sprays out and let it sit, if it's not ready, for a couple of weeks. On average, a couple of weeks will do it, you know what I mean? Now these two took about a year. It may have been 8 months, may have been 9 months, but I'd have checked it like a year later because I was like, I don't want to say frustrated, but I was like, come on, man, are you kidding me? This one was really hyped in the community. Super hyped. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for it. I just thought maybe I got a bad batch or something, but I'll explain. Macerate Darige, and this is an inspiration of Valentino V, which is a discontinued fragrance from the 90s. And it's got that 90s vibe, but it's sweet and woody. Super sweet and woody, man. I enjoy it now. But the fragrance, man, it was just all over the place. It just didn't have any type of flow. It was just kind of, it was like it wasn't constructed. Like maybe the mids were in the top, and maybe the top notes were in the base. It was a mess, man. And I kept going back and checking it, and I got close to gifting it, man. That's how I am, man. Let me just pass it along. Even though I am a fragrance reviewer, and I do keep some fragrances, as a reference point, just in case in the video if I want to reference them and talk about it. But if I know I'm not going to wear it ever, I'll go ahead and rotate it. And that's what I was going to do with this one. I was going to get it out of here. And a lot of the other Shut It Down family members like, hey, man, go hold on to it, man. You never know, man. Just wait till it cool down, wait till this, wait till that. And I'm glad I did because I enjoy it. I'm glad I waited. And I'll put one in the air for Macerate Darige. Now, nobody else has said they had to wait on it, so maybe you get yours and you don't have to wait, okay? Look at that sprayer, by the way.
Wow.
Excellent sprayer. Oh, this is fantastic. Sweet and woody, but it's not just like sickly sweet, but it is powerful. And I can see this fragrance because it's got like a sweetness with that 90s lavender style vibe going on. And I like that juice color, purple. Purple is my favorite color. That is live, man. And I like that bottle. It's a fancy, smancy bottle. Now, last one, most certainly not least, this bad boy took a year, a little story time with this one. Now this one is actually not a Middle Eastern. This is the Mercedes-Benz, baby, a European 560, baby, with the roof popped up. You know what I'm talking about? This one right here is heavy on the lavender. It gets compared to Tom Ford Now Extreme, maybe 10%, because it has the iris thing kind of going, but not really. It's very lavender heavy. Let's see where we at. Nice sprayer.
Wow.
Yeah, lavender, sweet, sexy. I'm looking forward to wearing this. This is fall, winter, all day. However, when I got it, again, it was like the Darige. It was kind of all over the place. I was like, man, what in the French toast is this fragrance doing? I couldn't even really do nothing with it, man. So I put it up for a year. And I came back, and now it's ready. The story time is I actually got my nose on this fragrance in the mall in my local Dillard's. and loved it. Went on, I believe, FragranceNet. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe I went to FragranceNet is where I purchased it. Ordered it for like 40 or 50. I wasn't gonna give them 110 is what they wanted in the department stores, and that's about right. They're gonna hit you for 110. You know, which Valentino V Intense, I paid retail for that 110. The guy showed me so much love, man. He gave me some samples, and I can tell you, if you're an SA, if you're out there, man, those samples do hook us, man. If you give us some samples, show us some love, even though we probably can get it a little cheaper, we'll come back and shop with you, unless it's like $400, $300, that's kind of high. But at 110, I went back and hey, man, look, man, appreciate you giving me those samples. Let me go and get that Valentino Intense from you. I wouldn't go back and buy it from another SA because then they will get the commission. I wanted the commission to go to him because he hooked me up, you know, with the samples. But this one right here, I didn't get no sample. So you didn't hook me, baby. You should have gave me that sample. Come off that sample, man. Stop being so tight, man. Stop being so tight, man. But so this would be a good $40, $50 fragrance, man, if you can get it from what I got it from for the fall and winter. Player, Lavender Sweet. Awesome for all these are good, man. But those are the ones that had the Macerate and Macerate. Again, share yours in the comment section, or just how you feel about the whole maturation thing. I could see it being, you know, a little much for some, you know. And if it is, what I say, man, always go into your local Ulta, Sephora, Neiman, Saks, Nordstrom, and just walk in there and pay retail, or go in the Joma shop like the Amani. You probably could get the OG for a good price at Joma shop or Ferguson. So with discounters, you can actually get designers for a good price if you don't want to wait on the maceration. Now, a lot of people will just say, hey man, I'm gonna walk in Ross and get this fragrance for $15 that didn't have to macerate. It actually got stronger and it's 2 times the strength of any other fragrance. So that's the flip side of the coin. You see, it's both sides, you know. That's my 2 cents on that. Listen, thanks for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. Greatly appreciated. On the way out, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share your boy, because sharing is caring. And go these going global. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.